Hola, welcome back. Been a couple weeks. I was out in Denver last weekend visiting my son, and he took me. Kind of my fun thing was he took me to this record store that was about 3 blocks from him. The place was called Twist and Shout. It was one of those places you walk in and like light suddenly comes up. It's like you saw something like a godlike experience. This place was humongous. And they had so many, not only CDs and records, but books, posters, t-shirts, figurines. I mean, my God, this had it all. And it's hard for me to believe that at Christmas my son didn't know what to get me. All I had to do was walk into this store. It had everything under the sun that I ever could have wanted. Didn't buy any music. I mean, there was a lot, but I had my wife with, so it wasn't like I was going to sit there and walk through the racks. But I did get this cool t-shirt. Yeah, look at that. Gotta love the Cramps. And I picked up a couple books while I was there too. This one here on Highway 61 kind of looks at, how the blues went from the South as it moved north through, up towards Chicago, through St. Louis to Detroit. Should be a very interesting historical book. Kind of excited about that. And the other book I picked up was On the Replacements. One of my favorite bands. I was living in the Twin Cities when these guys were taking off, and though I never saw them in concert, I really did enjoy their music and still enjoy it to this day. So a couple neat books that I'm going to spend a little time reading. So first off, though, I want to start this thing. I think it's about learning, and I want to talk about a guy. His guy's name is Belmont Schmidt. So Belmont Schmidt was a scientist, and he came up with the Scientific Satisfaction Survey. Kind of an interesting thing he developed. He developed this in around 2002. And really what it did was you present words or phrases, and it looks at facial recognition, and it can kind of tell you what's important to you. So, by doing this, you can see, whether it be your satisfaction or really what means a lot. And I don't know, I just thought it was really kind of a fascinating thing that I had read about. Now, I don't have any sophisticated computer equipment, so we've had to do artist renditions of the facial expressions. So I'm going to show you what I've learned. So really what this is about is the importance of music and where it's at in my life. So the first thing I want to look at is the phrase that was thrown out. And again, these are artist renditions, so it's the best we can do. So the word 401k was brought out, and here's what happened. So there's 401k, see? Kind of happy. I'm not sad, not mad, but fairly happy with that, right? Then it came to vinyl record find. Now look at that. See the difference there? The vinyl record find, I am much happier. I mean, these again are actual artist renditions of my facial expressions. So what this means is a 401k is important and makes me happy, but a vinyl record find brings me even more happiness. So part of science, though, is you have to do it. You can't do it on one subject. You have to do it on two. So I talked to my wife. 401k. Now notice, I won't ever show her these pictures. Probably be in trouble. So notice she's okay with that. Then I say final record find. Now notice that expression. Wow, it changed, didn't it? Now she's not as happy. She's not finding the satisfaction here with the vinyl record find. Okay, well that was with that. But let's look this a little bit deeper. That's just one question. So we want to make sure, how important is music? So the next question that that I threw out there was, again, we're going to say 401k. How much have I spent on 401k? Okay, look, fairly happy. All right, I'm putting in a decent amount that I can retire. Then how much did I spend on record store day? Oh my God! Wow, I am totally happy about that. And again, these are actual expressions that happen. I mean, the sun's just coming right off my head on there. So we pose that question to my wife again. How much are we spending on 401k? Well, she seems satisfied. She seems fairly happy too, which is good. Then the question is, how much did I spend on record store day? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's how you get in trouble. So this was from Belmont Schmidt, initials BS, and his study on the Scientific Satisfaction Survey, SSS. There it is for you. If you need any more, please feel free to send me any kind of questions and I will field it. So now to the vinyl. All right. New West had like a 70% clearance sale going on online. So I picked up, I don't know, about 10 albums from New West, and for $5. You can't get that new vinyl, $5, 180 gram. Wow. So this is on one of them, Patterson Hood. And for those of you that know, Patterson Hood is one of the singers for the Drive-By Truckers. I'm a huge Drive-By Truckers fan. I think they make fantastic stories of the South, and well, actually of all over the place. And so I saw this. I didn't know he had a solo album out. Really good. It's kind of like acoustic Drive-By Truckers. Patterson Hood with a guitar. A couple, songs. You might have a bass, a drum, but not much else. So it's really sparse, but it's very, very good. Again, great stories in here. I do enjoy his voice. It's a little bit different. Some people might find it grating, but really a neat solo effort. And when did this come out? 2014 that came out. When I was out record shopping this week down in Ohio, I was working, but at night, came upon this, Tom Verlaine. I did not know Tom Verlaine had a bunch of solo albums, and he had a lot. In the 1980s, he put out 6 different solo albums. This one's here's his second one. It's called Dreamtime. His first one, his self-titled one, Tom Verlaine, is really gets good reviews from the critics. Very, very popular. This one did really well too. It sounds, for those of you who don't know, Tom Verlaine, was a member of Television. One of those premier art punk groups, shall we say, in the mid-70s out of New York City. This has the sound of Television, but it's more sophisticated, shall we say. I think it's more listenable. I love Television, but this thing, more polished. That might be the word. And I truly enjoyed what I heard on this record. I mean, again, it's very listenable. And it just made me want to go out and buy more of it. So he's going to be a guy I'm going to be on the hunt for now to find more of his stuff. When I was reading through, it's always, people say really great things about it. So this is a Record Store Day record. I have no idea. I just thought there's these videos from Bull Moose. I don't know if you see those. And it's Chris, Record Time with Chris, and he shows this stuff. And so he was showing this album. And from Bull Moose, it's from the group Dwarves, Lucifer's Crank. All right, so what's interesting on this? First off, it's a full album. It's 33 RPM. It has 7 songs on it. 7 songs. No, I take it back. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs. 9 songs, and they perform these in about 9 minutes. Yeah, that fast. I mean, these guys do not do guitar solos. Now, I don't know if you can see this. It's on clear vinyl. This is kind of why I bought it when they were looking at it. All right. So there's all these etchings on there. I don't know if you can see it. There's like skulls. There's a pentagram. There's a dick. So, hey, kids, be careful. There's like Satan on there. I mean, it was just fascinating. Now notice one side plays right here, okay? On the other side, it plays up here. I mean, both sides go extremely fast. So, I mean, it is just, this thing was fascinating how they did it with all these weird pornographic, scary etchings on there, but then how the music's etched on there. I mean, it's punk rock. It's I think 1988 this was made. I liked it. It was really, really good. The vinyl kind of cracked me up. Actually, the album cover cracked me up too. For those that like the punk, like hardcore punk, and you really don't like a song going over a minute, this is it. We got Free Cocaine, Dead Brides, Get Pregnant, Funkin' Life, Eat You to Survive, She's Dead, I'm in a Head, Nobody Likes Me, and Hurricane Fighter Plane. Classics. The Dwarfs. Fun. I picked this up this week. I had it on CD, Van Halen. Nothing special here. It's just Van Halen's first album. I've had it on CD for many years. I got in vinyl because when I was in college, it was one of the concerts that I went to. Totally enjoyed it. I think time Van Halen 2 came out, that's when I went to the concert. What I remember most of the concert is the guy that was sitting 2 seats down from me decided to throw up on himself, and then he sat there and just puked through the whole concert. I thought that was really fascinating and amazing how he could do it. Actually, he was not in his head. All right, near record store date. Los Lobos and the Shins. So they do this song called The Fever. The Shins do it twice, Los Lobos does it once, so it's just, kind of an EP. I'm a huge fan of both groups. I have most everything Los Lobos has ever made, and I have a lot of Shins. Kind of a nice colored vinyl on there. It's nice, Ain't everything? No. It's the music, isn't it? But, I also like how Los Lobos does it. I like the accordion that they use. I just like the Mexican influence in their music and how they make it sound. And a really nice album. I'd like to see, I would have liked to have seen a whole album of this stuff. It was really good. If you like the Shins or you like Los Lobos, it's neat to hear both renditions of that song. Picked this up on Record Store Day. It's the Blue Oyster Cult, Volume 2 Rarities. I had Volume 1, so I got Volume 2. And nice album. Look at that. Lots of reading for those that like to read. Some nice pictures of them. So again, it's outtakes, different things that they've done. It really had a nice, really pretty blue vinyl. Isn't that pretty? I thought it was pretty. The first Rarities was a 1 album. This one they went 2 album. There's a lot of live material in here, so I can't say it's Rarities. What I found really interesting was they had the demo for Don't Fear the Reaper, and that was fascinating to hear that one go. There was another one called Doctor Music that was really a neat song, fast pace, really hard. Most of it was from a concert in Berkeley and in Rhode Island, plus they did demos for a movie called Teachers. So that's where most of the music came from. It wasn't bad. Some of the songs were really kind of throwaways, some of it kind of interesting. If you're a Blue Oyster Cult fan, fine. If you don't know much about them, I wouldn't get it. They do Godzilla though. Here was another Record Store Day find, and more of a jazz. De Honet. I'm probably saying it wrong. I love Medeski. Okay, so what it is that's a whole book in there. Lucky I like to read. So these guys went along the Hudson Valley to record music, and this is really kind of quiet, introspective, but they were looking at the different artists that during the Woodstock era were settled on the Hudson Valley and kind of made music from them. And so they did. Bob Dylan songs are on here. Jimi Hendrix songs are on here. There's a Robbie Robertson, Up on Cripple Creek's on here. Joni Mitchell has a song on it. Again, it was for the most part kind of quiet, introspective, very, very good. If you like the jazz, it's not going to be like bebop. It's not going to be fusion. It's just going to be relaxing. So Hudson, great album. And another Record Store Day find. I'm still trying to get through that pack. I travel all week, so it's only on weekends. The B-52s Live. This was kind of from a 1998 concert, I believe. It was okay. I like the late 70s, early 80s B-52s, and they do some of those hits. They have some of their newer stuff on here. There's 2 albums on there. Kind of pretty. Yellow, red. Um, it's okay. I just buy them because I like B-52s. This was one I have no idea about, Chicano Batman. All right, I just walked into a record store. It's at the very end of the day on record store day, and there it sat, Chicano Batman. And I just like that name. I go, wow, I'm just going to try this thing. And it's a group from Los Angeles. They started around 2008, I believe. And this is one of their albums that has been out of print and colored vinyl. Not really. So, gosh darn, this has every kind of music in it. There's like psychedelic, there's folk, there's world. You know, a lot of the songs are in Spanish, which I truly enjoy. I mean, it was just a fun album. It moved along nicely, wasn't boring, but really good tunes that caught your attention. So, you know, it's a group I'm going to look more for. Chicano Batman, totally enjoyed them. Well worth checking out. I think I mentioned this, you know, on Amazon I bought a bunch of music. Is really cheap on there. One thing was the Dave Brubeck Take 5. If you don't know much about jazz, I believe I mentioned on my last video, this is one to go. You know, I've been looking for this forever in record stores. I've never seen it, so finally I saw it on Amazon. It was really cheap, so I thought, hey, I'll get it. So then I'm out in West Virginia, of all places, and ta-da, yes, there it was. Take 5 from Dave Brubeck. And look at that, it has the old Columbia, you know, 6i. So, well, isn't that the way you go? You have to buy it new before you can buy it old. So I was just really happy to find it. You know, it is. It's just a nice album. Yeah, it's a great introduction to jazz. You know, Miles Davis kept evolving. I didn't think Dave Brubeck evolved nearly as much as Miles Davis, but this is just, you know, by far my favorite Brubeck. I mean, it just makes me happy. I had a friend in Puerto Rico send me a couple albums, and this one here was Dax Diaz. So Dax Diaz, he passed away in 2014. He makes, his music was, I mean, Latin, world, rock, punk. He's kind of folk punk, I guess is what you would call him. And he was putting together a new album, and which was this. It was a 2 records. It was going to be a 2 record set, and he wound up passing away. And so the band finished it. And you know, again, there's some punk in here, folk, world. It has a little something of everything. And he was just becoming big in Puerto Rico, and then this happened. Well, there's only 200 copies of these made, and my buddy down there, Herman Rules, he got this for me. And it was really nice music. I totally enjoyed it. So I appreciated Herman. The other one that he picked up for me, and I didn't know these groups, and I'm going to say this wrong because my Spanish, though I work on it, isn't that great. Los Pepanilla. Herman, if you're on, you can give me a pronunciation. All right. So this is a Puerto Rican punk band, and it's really great. They do fantastic songs on here that I can't pronounce, so sorry. It's quick pace. I mean, it's punk, but punk with the Spanish flavor adds, you know, obviously to it. And this came out in 2010. So neat album. I appreciated Herman to give me those. Almost done here. Picked this up at a record store. The Black Watch. Yes, it's a bagpipe band. Reason why, 1989, very first concert I took my wife to. We'd been married a long time, but she's not into music, as you can saw by my satisfaction survey. So, the Black Watch from Scotland was performing in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I thought, well, won't that be a fun concert to go to? We went to it. Actually, we enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. So I saw this in a record store, a couple bucks, decided to buy it. Kind of sounds like a bowl of Rice Krispies, you know, snap, crackle, pop, a little bit warped. Kind of disappointed with it. I actually have a couple very good Black Watch record albums and CDs. This wasn't one of them. $2. It's okay. There was another one I picked up, the Steel Bambouche. of that from the Virgin Islands. Uh, Spent 3 years working in Puerto Rico, which is where I met Herman, got that music there, and of course in St. Croix and St. Thomas. So steel bands was a huge part of the music scene there. And so, I mean, you would see steel bands of 30, 40 people, kids, adults, all ages playing just the steel drums. You know, it started in Trinidad. And actually, when it first started, they outlawed it because it made so much noise. Holy smokes. But they worked on it. They got their drums sounding a whole lot better, so it sounded good. But the first ones, I guess, not so good, or people didn't get it. So this is just, you know, is it the most awesome album I have in the world? Heck no. But it's fun to hear that. You know, if you've ever have a chance to go to Carnival down in St. Thomas, I mean, it's huge, and they'll have these steel band wars, and it's fun to listen to. So it just brought back great memories to me from being down there and the people. So really enjoyed that, just for a fun album. Got a lot of other stuff that I'm still trying to get through again. You know, I just get home on the weekends and I start just listening to music. I want to kind of give you an update what we had going on there. Some really good stuff. But hey, don't forget to look up Belmont Schmidt. Again, just the initials BS. And check out his scientific satisfaction survey. You might be surprised what you find. I at least learned music was extremely important, which means I should keep buying more of it. Have yourself a great day, enjoy, and thanks for watching.